Holy moly. The garden is doing awesome. It has been almost 5 weeks since our last video, and the garden is blowing up. It's pretty awesome.
We got our work cut out for us picking up all this produce that's sitting in here because we've been gone for a few days.
I've been gone for about 5 weeks, but he's been gone for a couple of days. And this is my first time back, and oh my gosh, I am surprised beyond belief at how productive everything has been, and really excited for this year, and really excited to get some of this stuff into our freezers and canned up, and to also sell some of this stuff. We are starting with the zucchini. If you're watching our channel, you will see that we planted probably way too many zucchini this year, but we're going to take them to market, and that will be awesome. He likes to prune the old leaves up like that, makes them keep producing. Zucchini over here. Oh, I see a monster. So coming back to all of this, it's pretty overwhelming. When we pulled into the driveway today, it's as if it all just comes back to me with all of the chores and picking that we're going to be doing. And the tasks begin now. Holy cow! What is that? What is that? What is this one, John? Got a couple that got away from us. White of Palomino. That one got away from us while he was gone, as did this one. You can twist them off. I like to use scissors, but those are quite big. People do still like to buy these for zucchini bread and all sorts of stuff, though. Oh my goodness.
Oh, a big one here. The starfish.
Oh yeah, one of those patty pans. Oop, there's a big one.
Oh, big one.
Ooh. These are new to us this year. They're called patty pans, and so far we really like them. This one is a little bit overdone, but still be good. Needless to say, we are upgrading into something a little bit bigger because we have already run out of room. And we're only on to zucchini right now. So these are called rampicante, and we did not know that these were a vining variety. As you can see, it's kind of a mess over here, but they are producing like crazy. They're zucchini, and they're pretty good.
They're one of our favorite varieties this year. First time ever growing them, because the skin is so soft, it doesn't get very tough. So you can just kind of throw them on the grill hole, and they turn out pretty good.
But they do get away from you.
Yeah, and they're productive, which is kind of nice.
It is nice. I'm curious to see what people think of the farmer's market, because
probably won't sell that good because people don't buy what they don't know. And it's obviously not a very well-known variety.
A couple are starting to rot. These will be chicken food.
Didn't get pollinated, I bet.
Oh, there's a big one. And this is definitely not the first of the picking we've been doing. He's been here picking away. And we have a ton more of produce inside. And a couple things we've started to sell, not too many things. We have a self-serve farm stand, and we're going to be opening that pretty soon. There's one right there. A big one. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Keeper.
Oh, did you already clip these?
It's good, huh?
Well, good, but I'm sure we missed some. Things are giant.
The ones with bad ends we're going to eat ourselves, but the ones that look good we're going to sell, probably.
So we have some exciting news. We are finally able to grow cucumbers this year. It has been an effort of ours for a long time, an unsuccessful effort. What? Look at that. Nice cucumbers. And we got to do some training. Some of these kind of got away from us.
We attribute our success to planting later in the season instead of getting our plants in the ground, or cucumber plants in the ground, right at Memorial Day weekend for us, which would be when it's safe to plant. We waited.
But still pretty cold at that point.
Yeah, we waited and also researched some varieties and got some more productive varieties, I guess.
And we have lots of different varieties, so we didn't want to put all our eggs in one basket, so to speak, with the variety. So we have a bunch of different varieties this year. And now we are in the race to try to not let them mature like that, because that's when, according to my research, that's when cucumbers stop producing, is when they make mature seeds. And our farmers market season is just about to start. I think this weekend we might do our first for the season. And that is by far the earliest we've ever been able to go. And I think we're going to have the most, but we do have this garden, a garden with just tomatoes in it and 2 corn patches. So kind of a lot of stuff that we need to sell and just, share with other people. Because it's pretty awesome to be able to grow food that's local and for it to be fresh and without spray. So coming back to this, there is a lot that kind of went wild and didn't get maintained all the way, but there's a lot that has been maintained here, and that has helped us get to this point and for things to look this good. Because, when you look at it, we have a considerably low amount of weeds. It's not that bad, but we do have some weeds. And things are mostly trained, but they could use a little bit more. They can always use more in a garden, I guess. In our gardens, anyways.
You got to make some pickles tomorrow, looks like.
These are our New Mexico hatch green chilies, and they look pretty awesome. We're going to try to leave them on the vine to hopefully have them turn red. We have a whole row of them. Look at them all. Just loaded. So I think the answer to can we grow hatch green chilies in Montana is yes, depending on what these end up tasting like. Look at them all, just loaded. Swiss chard looks awesome. Those onions look awesome. Lots of weeds, but we're getting some nice bulbs down there too. I'm going to come through and, look at those bulbs in there. Pretty decent. I'm going to come through and top these soon. It's one of those tasks. Tons of green beans ready to get picked. Oh, more zucchini we missed. Look at this. It's just like so overwhelming. Look at these eggplant. That's a nice sized eggplant. A little bit of a mark right there. Nice sized eggplant. Another nice sized eggplant. I'm excited about this. I think this is the kale red bar.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's very pretty looking, and it's pretty tasty. We had that up where I was. Look at these jalapeno plants. Parks Whopper jalapenos. It is loaded, and most of this row is Parks Whopper. Our 5 rows of potatoes. Some herbs. Let's look in here. Ooh, look. More gold winter squash. Those are awesome. Let's see if I can find any of those delicatas over here. They're pretty little at this point. Pretty small, but we still have time. Here's the spaghetti squash down here. From outside the garden you can see them. There's some pretty decent sized ones in here. So this is our front cornfield, and it looks pretty decent. I'm standing next to it so you can compare my size. Our back cornfield, that corn is going crazy. It's doing really awesome. I'm going to peek in here at one of these, see what they're doing. Ooh, still pretty immature in here. So that is going to need some more time, but that's okay. It'll be nice to have that to come. You can see exactly where our next succession of planting is, right there. Now we are at the tomato garden. A lot of little tomatoes in there. These ones are sun gold. And it's a job to just pick cherry tomatoes. Look at how much training these need. They are going crazy outside of their cages. They need to get pushed in a lot. These are Barry's crazy cherry tomato plants, and look at those tomato clusters. When these get tomatoes, they're going to be loaded. I'll show you one at the bottom here that is. See in there? See how loaded that is? Once our tomatoes start showing color, we pick them because we have had issues with them cracking if we leave them on the plant too long. And it seems to just be more productive for us to pick them right away instead of search for them again. Pretty decent tomato. little blemish there, but that's what you get with homegrown tomatoes. This variety is called Siberian. These are Bloody Butcher tomatoes. Always one of our first producers, which is why we grow them, and they're really good. It's like a typical acidic tomato. So like even that one I'm going to pick. Ooh, I see an orange one in the next row. These are Bloody Butchers still. It seems like the sooner we get these off the plants, the more energy the plant can put into other tomatoes on the plant. This is a Brandy Master, this little orange one. My cups over here say this one is a German head. And these are in that end of the garden that has that over nitrogen problem. So the plants do not look super awesome over here. Look at that tomato though. Gorgeous. There's another one. They're all supposed to be German head. Kind of a pink, pretty soft tomato. These ones are new to us. I see one. What is this? Gorgeous. We have some pruning we need to do. These plants just look not so good. Look at that. Gorgeous. Is this an old German? I think it is. Let's check the cup. Oh no, that is a Chef's Choice bicolor, and those are equally as good. Those are awesome. Look at that beautiful orange color that goes throughout the inside the flesh. The meat in there, it is super good. These are one of our favorites, for sure. Chef's Choice bicolor. Ooh, there's another one. Look at those. Gorgeous. Try to be gentle and not break them. Look at that. So pretty. And so good. Even this one I'm going to pick is starting to get ripe. This one is an old German. We love.
You get a decent one?
Yeah. We love this variety. It will get much more yellow, but better to pick it now than to wait and try to find it again later in this jungle. Ooh, look at these. What are these? These are new to us also. Ooh, purple Russian.
Picked a bunch of those already.
How do they taste?
Crappy. Terrible.
Oh, they're pretty. Okay, I don't believe that. You gotta try one. Yeah, not so flavorful. Pretty, but kind of bland. Purple Russian, but pretty.
Artisans are very pretty.
Oh, those are pretty.
They don't taste very good though.
Yes, they do. I like those ones. Is that one good?
Bland.
Let me have one. Yeah, this purple Russian is disappointing. Okay. It's better than the purple Russian. I don't dislike it. It's pretty sweet. So in the past, when we did the farmer's market, tomatoes were like our big thing. But now we have really branched out into other things. And this weekend when we go to the farmer's market, tomatoes are not really even going to be on our table. We'll have a few baskets, but not very many. And those really come towards the end of the season. And those are kind of what people look for on our table. Even that guy I'm going to pick right there. That is ready, and then it will give some more room for the ones that are behind it. They're all kind of squished in there. So that'll allow a little bit more room. So we can hopefully pick those other ones without messing them up. And that one was a Anise Noir. Not quite ripe, but it will continue to ripen on the counter. Get all those little spoon tomatoes in there. I do not want to get in there and pick those. This plant was kind of just for fun. They're decent. Not as sweet as I would have thought. I grew them because they had really good reviews. And kids would like them as well. Look at these. These are black cherries. Not bad for picking tomatoes for a couple of minutes. Look at all those. Beautiful. All right, so we had to bring you back to the back cornfield. Look at this stuff. It's doing pretty awesome. So this was really exciting to come home and see. And some of these ears are looking really great. We'll check some of them out in a minute. Let's see if we can find a good one. I'm going to walk down a little bit because this stuff was direct sown a little bit later and some of that other stuff up there was transplanted. So it's more likely that that stuff will be ready before this stuff. So let's go check them out. You probably noticed we have quite a few weeds in here. We do not spray this corn, and we are not that diligent about picking the weeds or pulling the weeds after that initial time when we go and get all the weeds out. So we have weeds, but it's okay. The corn still grows with them. And you probably see right in front of me here, all these potatoes. All these potatoes here, we just had extra seed potatoes, so we just decided to throw them in, and it's making a lot of extra free food that we were just going to toss those seed potatoes to the chickens, so that's kind of a win-win, and the chickens might get some of those too maybe. So I think we're safe here to say this is one of the transplants. Let's open this up. Oh yeah, look at those kernels in there. It's getting closer. This is a bicolor corn though, so since I don't see that happening, it is not done. I'm sure it's still developing in there. If you look down this row right here, you see how uniform all of these ears of corn are, which that is super cool to see. And look, this one even has two, and a bunch of these actually have two. So hopefully those end up doing pretty well and producing a lot of really good sweet corn. But yeah, this corn is doing really good. Really happy with it. Really happy with everything here. It is just mind-boggling to come back to everything after you've been gone for a while, and it just all it comes back to. All the picking, all the preserving, all the selling, all the things that we have to do now, that we get to do now. I'm so thankful for it. But all the things. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's fun, but it's a ton of work. Anyways, we are losing daylight, and I'm going to have to go in and get out of the gardens. But it's just a lot here, and if you're liking this, if you want to see the kind of produce that we get, we have a little farm stand too that we keep filled throughout the season. If you want to see how we've been doing that, that's kind of a new thing for us, and it was kind of something that we hesitated about doing a little bit. If you want to see that, if you want to see us take this stuff to market, please like this video. Please subscribe to our channel to watch these gardens grow. We're actually nearing our frost date again already, so it's a little bit sad. This is kind of the peak when everything is at its best. So thanks so much for watching.